everyone, this is Granny Josie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do another part to the 5 stages of grieving. I actually was not going to do another one, but I have seen a couple of situations that I thought needed to be addressed, and to me the worst stage is denial. And I will explain to you why I feel the denial is the worst stage. If you're in denial, you fail to seek help with medical or psychological problems. Some people feel if you don't think about it, it's just going to go away. And if they talk about it, they think it's going to happen, and this is my personal opinion now, and by the way, the disclaimer is this does not replace seeing a therapist for professional help. I don't believe that just because we think about something or we don't think about something that it's not going to happen or it's going to happen. I think we convince ourselves of some of those things. When you're in denial, people around you suffer. Family members suffer, the one that's ill suffers, because sometimes, excuse me, the people that are ill would like to talk about it. They want to get their feelings expressed. And if we're not open to listening and we're so busy denying, or maybe they need to see a different doctor. And if family members are in denial and they discourage that. And that's what's sad, because not all cases are fatal. I mean, there are cases if you see a specialist and they find out what's going on, that you'll be cured or you will be able to live a comfortable life. So that's why denial just really bothers me, that so many people, in fact, I'm sure there's going to be people who criticize my video because they don't want to face the truth and they don't like this subject. You know, it's never going to happen to me. It always happens to someone else. But, you know, be real. If you live long enough, you're going to go through tragedies. You're going to go through disappointments. And yet, you will have good, happy times in between. So, not seeing a doctor or not wanting to hear a diagnosis, thinking everything will go away. We don't live in a fantasy world. Things don't just always go away because we're not thinking about them. And in fact, through this, and the reason why, I mean, I put my feelings on the line when I talk about things like this, because I use myself for an example. And so I'm revealing personal feelings and personal things. In fact, I went through this when my daughter was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. And we did take her to our primary doctor. He sent us to a specialist. And she was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy. And it was amazing to me, the family members that totally went into denial, like my mother and mother-in-law, and thought it was all in my head. And I remember talking to my doctor about that, and he was just furious. He said, you know, I won't even tell you for sure what he said, but he was very angry. He said, you have them come down and talk to me. And it was so difficult because I felt isolated. I felt like I endured all this pain by myself. And these two women, my mother and mother-in-law, were going around saying I just didn't feed my daughter enough. And that is insane. And so that's why I'm really adamant about denial. Come on, life is real. Stop pretending that something is not wrong when it is. That doesn't mean you have to be negative or down all the time, because count your blessings. There's a lot of beautiful things that happen in the world. But this world has problems. This isn't heaven here. There's only one heaven, and it's not here on earth. But count your blessings. If you have a roof over your head and you have warm food and a warm house to live in and clothes, and you're able to survive, it's a good life. So anyway, to get back to, I felt so isolated that all these people, and you know, my ex-husband was a very, very good man, still is a very good man, but I think he was influenced by his mother, and he went into denial. And I felt so alone that after my daughter passed away, I divorced him. You know, I felt like no one was there for me, and it didn't help. It only made life harder for my children. So this is why I'm so adamant. Don't try to avoid that stage. I know we all go through all 5 stages, but to me, of all the stages, I'd rather see you angry than go into denial. Because at least when you're angry, you're explaining, or you're yelling your feelings. You're getting the feelings out. You're not just kidding yourself that it's all going to go away. And let's see, what else have I got in my notes? So, life is hard at times, but it's beautiful. God gave us one life here on earth. Don't waste it. And look at your life. Be real. Sometimes changes are necessary. But also count your blessings. And then take the responsibility for your choices. It's not always someone else's fault. So I'm going to make this short. Like I said, I do know a couple of people who this might help. And for the ones who don't like my videos, don't even bother putting a negative remark, because I'm just going to delete it. And if it gets too nasty, I just report it. So I'm only here for the ones that I think it will help. I know that being a realist has helped me in my life. And yes, I am a realist. I don't go into denial. I have worked very hard to get out of that stage, and I won't go back into it. So be strong, be happy, make the best of your life, and God bless everyone. And the 2 people that I know, I hope will watch this. They have corresponded with me, and my other videos have helped them, so that's what's important to me. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and bye.